Sleigh bells ringing, diamonds blinging, carols singing, favorite season. Sleigh bells ringing, diamonds blinging, carols singing, favorite season. They said, "Say Nick, what you got up in that bag?" Yeah, I got racks in my sack or in my bag. Yeah, they said, "Say Nick, what you got up in that bag?" Yeah, I got racks in my sack or in my bag. Yeah.
Hello everyone, thank you for taking the time to join me for another video. Today I'm super excited about this video. Why? Because it's Christmas time. One of the best times of the year for me and for a lot of people. It's a great time to spend with your family and friends. It's a great time to love on the people you care about the most. It's just a great time all around. That's why I wanted to talk to you about this particular topic today, about speaking life into your kids. It is so important that we speak life into our kids on a consistent basis, not once a year, not once every blue moon when they do something good, but on a consistent basis. When is the last time that you told your child that you love them? Was it last week, last night? Was it a few days ago? Is this something that you do on an everyday basis, or is this something that you do every once in a while? We take for granted that our kids will be there. We take for granted that our kids just know that we love them. But if you never tell them that you love them, how do they know? Do they know by your actions? Do they know by the way you talk to them? Are you speaking life into them and positivity into them? Or are you talking down to them, tearing them down and belittling them? Just like us as adults like to hear the words "I love you" from our spouse or significant other, kids want to hear it from you. Imagine being in a relationship with someone, pouring your heart out to them, doing everything that they asked you to, and they never told you that they loved you or appreciated you. Would you feel content in that relationship? Would you know that they loved you? Would you assume they loved you? Or would you ask them to tell you because you need to hear it? It's the same thing with our kids. It's not enough to just say, "I'm here every day, I take care of you, I feed you, I clothe you, you should know I love you." That's not enough. Our kids need to actually hear the words "I love you." You as the parent are the first place that the kids learn about love and relationships. If you never express it to them, how are they going to go out into the world and express love? How will they know what love feels like when they come across it if they've never experienced it at home? If they never get that example at home, how do we expect them to be able to go out and express it when they grow up? This is something that is taught. It's a learned behavior. And the first example of this is the parent. It is a learned behavior that only comes through time and experience. A lot of times we overlook how things affect our kids. Now more than ever, we need to make this a priority. With COVID, quarantine, and school being out, our kids are going through so many life changes that was unexpected for them as well. I think now more than ever, we need to take the time each day to really invest in our kids' mental health. Not just paying attention to them when they're in trouble, but actually taking the time out and away from your phone, social media, and all other distractions just to sit down and talk to your kids. Give them the opportunity to open up to you. A lot of times kids will not talk to their parents because they feel like they're bothering their parents, or the parent won't listen anyway, so why try? Sometimes we as parents are so closed off, and this makes our kids feel like they can't talk to us about things. It makes them feel like if they say the wrong thing, they're going to be in trouble. This is not the way to gain your kids' trust and get them to open up to you. It's really important that you let your child know that they can talk to you about anything and that there are no repercussions for what they have to say. You'll be surprised once you give that space to your child how much they'll open up to you. The great thing about giving your child room to talk to you and speaking life into them is over time you'll start to see a light shine in them. You'll start to see a confidence in them that you've not seen before. Also, when doing this, you don't have to make it hard. It doesn't have to be written mantras where your child repeats it in the mirror every day. It's good if you can do that every day with your child, but to be honest, that's not realistic. The great thing is that this can be done any time of the day. Doesn't matter, there's no right or wrong way. But I do want to give you some tips on speaking life into your kids. The first tip I have is to be specific. When speaking life into your child, be specific. Don't just tell them that they'll be successful one day, but let them know the traits they have to be successful. If your child is good at building things, let them know that they'll make a great architect one day. If they like to help you cook, you can let them know that one day they'll be a great master chef. Give them more examples that they can form in their mind and actually see as a possibility versus just a basic general statement that really doesn't resonate with kids anyway. When speaking to your kids, you have to make it kid-friendly. Put it on a level that a child would understand. Kids are dreamers and can dream up the most fantastical things in the world. They dream they can fly to the moon. They dream they can fly to the top of the house. But there's nothing wrong with that. Allow them to have those big dreams. What we don't want to do is constantly tear our kids down or let them know that what they want to do is not possible. If we continue to do that, over time we'll see that the kids' light will slowly dim lower, lower, and lower to where they just don't dream of anything anymore because they don't think that what they want to do is possible. We don't want to get kids to that state because once they're there, it's really hard to bring them back. So the next thing I have for you is to speak big. If you tell your child, or if your child tells you that they want to be a singer, let them know it's possible. If they tell you they want to be a doctor, let them know it's possible. It's up to them as they get older to figure out what they can and cannot do or what they want to do versus what they don't. We want to continue to encourage our kids to dream and encourage them to want things out of life, encourage them to think outside the box because this will help them as they get older. The last tip I have is to speak words of encouragement into your child. Our kids are starving for our attention. Now more than ever, we need to make our kids our number one priority to help them get through this quarantining and COVID as well. We have the choice to either speak life into our kids or death into our kids. Right now, more than ever, our kids need us to give them as much of a mental and emotional boost as possible to make it through these trying times. I hope that you've enjoyed my video. I hope that there were some tips or some information in here that you could use. And I hope everyone has a great Christmas and a great holiday season. I wish you all the best. Remember, this too shall pass and we will not be in quarantine forever. Thank you again for watching my video. Please like and subscribe, and I'll talk to you soon. Bye.
Sleigh bells ring.